Meeting call to order. Good evening, everybody doing? Those count of one. Just some here. I'm all right. Cool. All right, can we have a roll call, Ms. Davis?
Dr. Robinson? Here. Mr. Webb?
Here.
Dr. Buck? Here. Ms. Ware? Here. Mr. Jackson?
Here, one is present. Do we have any, before we adopt the agenda, is anything need to be moved at this time?
No public comments?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, yeah, I want to actually move the personnel report to executive session.
Personnel. Okay. Anything else? Anything that comes in out you would like to move to action item? If not, we'll do a full adoption of the agenda.
I was to adopt it, with the exception of personnel. Second.
It's been moved and second, all in favor? Aye. It passes 5-0. Public comments, don't have any?
No.
All right. Number 5.1 star student. Ms. Jackson.
Good afternoon, Mr. James, members of the board, Ms. McDonald-Green. At this time, it gives me great pleasure and honor to recognize Natchez Early College's star student. So just to tell you a little bit about the criteria for a star student, you have to have at least a 25 on the ACT, and you have to have your core classes average has to equal at least a 91. The average has to be at least a 91. Well, the student who the Mississippi Economic Council has declared our star student has exceeded those requirements. Her super score for the ACT is a 30, and her average for all of those core classes was a 97, and this is none other than Miss Sierra Denby. So on behalf of Natchez College staff, student body, we want to congratulate you on your hard work and your dedication to achieving such a great accomplishment. The star student elects to select their star teacher, and this is the teacher that they consider very impactful to them, and she has selected Ms. Kendra Williams. And Ms. Williams taught Sierra 6th and 8th grade science, and she is currently a counselor at Natchez Middle School. We want to present this to you. Thank you so much for all the wisdom you imparted into Sierra. Thank you.
Let's put Sierra in there. She been hanging with us on bullshit.
Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. I need to get one on. Okay. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Good. 5.2.
Mr. James and members of the board, at this time we want to recognize some extraordinary teachers for the work that they've done to get our little ones ready for the Kindergarten Readiness Assessment, MCAS. The Kindergarten Readiness Assessment provides parents, teachers, and early childhood providers with common understanding of what children know and are able to do upon entering school. The Kindergarten Readiness Assessment is also used to measure how well pre-K programs prepare 4-year-old children to be ready for kindergarten based on the Mississippi Early Learning Standards for classrooms serving 4-year-old children. The primary purpose of the Kindergarten Readiness Assessment is to improve the quality of classroom instruction and other services provided to students from birth to 3rd grade. So at this time, I would like for us to honor West Elementary School teacher Katina Howard. Recognition for over 200 points of student growth on the MCAS assessment. Stephanie Latham, Morgantown Elementary School. Over 200 points of student growth on the MCAS assessment, class average 696.
All right.
Sister Carla B. Irvin, McLaurin Elementary School. Over 200 points of student growth on the MCAS assessment, class average 701.
That's my sister.
Oh, excuse me. Karen Vines, McLaurin Elementary School. Over 200 points of student growth, class average 709. Jesse Dorsey, Morgantown Elementary School. Highest student performance on end of year MCAS assessment. 67% of students met 681 target. Over 200 points of student growth on the assessment and class average 709. Sherry Gaines, West Elementary School. Over 200 points of student growth, class average 717. Oh, my baby, hold it. Ruthie Abraham, West Elementary School. %79% of her students met a 681 target, over 200 points of student growth, and class average of 719. Diane Baruki, West Elementary School. Highest student performance on end of year MCAS. 87% of our students met a 681 target, 200 points of student growth, and class average of 727. All right, Felicia Mann, McLaurin Elementary School. Highest student performance on the end of year MCAS assessment, school and district. 67% of our students met a 681 target, over 200 points of student growth on the assessment, class average 769. Say what? Give me that
They only
again.
made 10 points less than
95% of her students.
95%.
95%.
We'll make that correction. Thank you, Ms. Man. Thank you.
Okay.
Congratulations. We appreciate the hard work.
This is incredible. We are so proud of you all.
And we just want to say kudos to this group of teachers because we know that the trek to graduation starts pre-K and K. We understand that the trek to third grade literacy-based promotion starts with you all. And so we appreciate and applaud you all for getting our children prepared to meet those metrics, those targets.
Yes.
That we love high school and elementary school.
Miss May?
Ms. Man.
Miss May?
Hey.
They got a check.
I didn't want- Yeah, all right. Yeah.
And the one student who only made 10 points, he is an ELA student. Who sits there in English.
Wow.
And he like that, okay. Item number 6, approval of April 18, 2023, special call meeting minutes. Approval of April 18, 2023, regular meeting minute. Approval of May 9, 2023, special call meeting minute. Can I get approval?
I move that we approve 611, 612, 613.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passes 5-0. Item number 7, approval of consent item. At this time, if there's nothing from consent item need to be moved to action item, can we get approval?
I move that we approve all of the consent items.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
It passes 5-0. Item number 8, 8.1 was moved to 8.1 and 8.1A was moved to executive session, so there we will have the 8.2. Is that needs to go to the executive session too, right?
Savage.
Yeah.
8.2?
Yeah, we can put them all together.
Okay, 8.3, Mr. Burger.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the board, Deputy Superintendent, Legal Counsel. You have before you item 8.3, which is the approval of the claim dockets and the acceptance of the financial reports. Included within your binders are the claim dockets dated April 14th and April 28th. Additionally, the April 2023 financial report is included. And if there are not any questions, it is recommended that the Board of Trustees approve the claim documents and accept the 5 required financial reports as presented to the board for review.
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
it's been moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
It passes 5-0. And Mr. Bird,
Yes,
what's
sir.
the earliest you can get the claim doc?
The earliest, Tuesday morning, I would say, is
This is Tuesday,
Tuesday
you
morning.
have from Tuesday to Friday.
I would say the Tuesday.
How many days do you have before if you have one to question something? How many days do you have?
Well, during the week that they're presented, the goal is to get it to you Monday, ideally. But we've been averaging trying to do it Tuesday. And then you have till Thursday evening to question anything.
Okay.
That's 2 days. Basically 2 days, 48 hours.
Yes,
Tuesday.
it's been averaging that, yes. And we will work on trying to make that faster. Get it Monday, but just work on getting it Monday.
All right. That's what I want.
Yes, sir.
All right, 8.4, Ms. May.
8.4, Mr. James, members of the board, is a request for the board to rescind policy GBRIAD. As you are aware, in April of 2021, the board approved a policy to provide bereavement leave for its employees. However, at a recent MASB conference, we were made aware of an Attorney General's opinion issued on February 2022 that states that boards are not allowed to provide another category of leave to employees. That bereavement leave has to be taken under the current allowance of personal or sick leave that is provided to state employees. And so it's the recommendation that the board rescinds policy GBRIAD.
Why don't you, can I ask a question before we adopt that? Why don't you just explain to, at least for my sake, what was the policy and the change, and once it's eliminated, what would be the effect of it?
So the board, in an effort to provide leave for employees in the event of bereavement or the passing of immediate families,
Okay,
children, parents, in-laws, mother-in-law, father-in-law. The board allowed for, I think it was 3 days of leave for
Okay.
bereavement for employees.
okay,
However, based upon the state's attorney general, the employees would have to leave their accumulated leave under the heading of personal or sick. So if you have sick leave or personal leave available, those days would have to be used for bereavement purposes.
okay, so in other words, if you don't have any sick days or such, whatever, then you.
We are unable to, the district is unable to provide additional leave.
That's an Attorney General's opinion.
Yes, sir.
How many personal days do you?
Each year, each employee is given 7 sick days and 2 personal.
So that's,
Just 2 personal?
Yes,
so that's 9 days total for the
Yes.
year?
yes.
That's Bill,
Huh?
that's Bill. Take the medal and eat right. You ain't got no but a couple days.
It ain't nothing.
Take one day before December.
Based on, MDE requirements, then I move that we approve to rescind the bereavement leave policy. Second.
It's been moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
You in favor? 5-0. I mean, hey, I don't make. Okay,
You never know what's up.
8.5.
8.5, Mr. James, members of the board, Mrs. Butler, are you online?
She on,
I
but she
hear her, but she's
low.
very low. Mrs. Butler, you're very low.
It's gotta be the computer, 'cause she speaks.
Good afternoon, is that better?
Yes, ma'am. So I will allow Mrs. Butler to present this particular item because she was very pivotal in us, the district, receiving this particular grant. So Mrs. Butler, will you go ahead?
I will. Thank you, Mrs. McDonald Green. Mr. James, members of the board, Ms. McDonald Green, Mr. Butcher in his absence. Our district made application for an award through the United States Department of Energy. It is an award in the amount of $100,000 cash prize. The monies will be used to establish, train, and support selected staff in the school in an effort to help us learn energy efficiency measures. Those staff who are selected will be trained by national experts in the field of energy efficiency and conservation. It is a training that will, transpire over a year. And at the end of that year, our district has the ability or become eligible to earn an extra $50,000 in funding. In the process of us being trained on those energy efficiency measures, those national experts will also help us work to securing additional funding. That additional funding,
Go ahead, Mrs. Butler.
that additional funding, if secured, will help us to, as outlined in paragraph 2, install LED lighting, replace ineffective doors, remove asbestos ceiling and floor tiles, and the other areas outlined in paragraph 2. Working with a team inclusive of our grant manager, who was our lead. We were one of 2 districts in the state of Mississippi. There's a district on the Gulf Coast and Natchez-Adams School District. There were 25 school districts in the United States awarded, and we are very pleased that Natchez-Adams School District was one of those awarded. It is the recommendation of the superintendent that the board approves us accepting the Department of Energy grant funds in the amount of $100,000. Any questions?
Yes, I have one. How many people do we have in the district who would be qualified to be trained in this particular area? Based on, I guess, that was specified in the grant proposal?
The application did not specify any particular categories or eligibility requirements other than those staff are to be employees of the district. In working closely with Ms. Brody Campbell, Mr. Butcher, and Mrs. McDonald Green, we have discussed those employees or the staff assignments who will participate in the training.
Will this training, was it specified in terms of where most of this training would take place? Will it be locally or somewhere inside the state or outside of the state?
Our district opted for virtual, so actually hybrid. Some virtual, a majority of it virtual, and the other parts, those experts will come to our district, and of course, it will transpire outside of their normal workday, but the ultimate goal is to have them, it's a the trainer aspect where they will actually come back into the district and help others, staff and students, understand the importance of and implementation of those energy efficiency measures.
Thank you, that's all I have.
Thank you.
According to this form, you, Ms. Butler, Mr. Byrd, and Mr. Brackett, who's the Emergency Management Director, you all will train the trainees.
No, ma'am. I will work with DOE in setting up the training.
Okay.
So each district has to have a contact person. Mr. Byrd is on the financial part. I don't touch any money whatsoever. That's strictly Mr. Byrd. My task is to work with our DOE contact in setting up the training.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right?
We have, this is under action, right?
Yeah, yeah, this
So
is,
to accept the grant.
Right, I'll offer that as a motion that we would accept the grant.
Second.
it's been moved and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passes 5-0. 8.6,
8.6, Mr. James and members of the board, is a request for the board's assistance in providing funds to travel to the Ed Rising competition in Orlando, Florida, and the Junior Beta competition in Louisville, Kentucky. We do have an outline of, Mr. Fields, if you would pass this in. Mr. Butcher continues to work with these, sponsors and, principals at these locations. But what we have outlined for you are the total number of students per, campus who will be attending each of these, events, the anticipated expenditures. The column that says current amount collected is the current amount that, these organizations have collected, towards the total amount of their trip. That final category is the remaining balance by location, of funds that will be requested or that are needed in order for, these children to participate. I will say that for, West Elementary, that there is a correction, there is a change. I think they are now down to $2,000 remaining, and they have 2 additional fundraisers that they will have, before the end of the school year in order to try to accumulate those funds. Morgantown Elementary, we are in contact with that sponsor. I believe that she's currently out on maternity leave. So we are working with her, to, determine what is their final amount. But as, based upon what, Ms. Dixon, who is in, accounts payable, this is the amount that is remaining, or the remaining balance for each of these organizations.
So this is this year,
Yes, sir.
so I am assuming that we already had this in our budget, so we have this in our budget.
We're working with Mr. Byrd,
Yes, we are.
work with those principals to see if there are remaining funds in the general fund. But I know that at one point, the board did express, their interest in supporting our academic teams,
Correct,
in traveling.
correct. Okay. I'll offer that as a motion that we would accept this recommendation.
Second?
And moving second, all in favor, passes 5-0. So this is what they need.
This is what we need, and we'll continue to work with those teams to try to,
Let me ask a question. Now, I was looking at to Kentucky, 20 and 21,
yeah, all of those are attending the National Junior Beta Convention.
19 and 12. I just had the difference.
Number of students who are attending,
You got 20,
what particular hotels that they are.
yeah, they wouldn't all go to the same,
They were not able to all secure the number of rooms in the same.
but they going at the same time.
Yes, and they will be all using the same bus.
That's what I was about to ask.
They will use the same bus service, and so the amount for the bus service was, split among those 3 schools based upon the number of students that they would have.
Is it our bus service or private?
No, it's a private service,
Well,
since they're traveling so far.
I was just wondering, it's a $7,000 difference.
Cause they have, probably they're not staying at the same
They ain't staying at the
hotel.
same hotel. And what about the ones that, if they pay all of them? All right, we good with this. I'm good.
So FCC LA, no, that's the preschool, and there are fees that are collected over the course of the year. And so Mr. Moore and that particular sponsors are able to use those fees in order to cover the cost for those students.
Okay then, let's go to 8.7.
8.7. Peter, did you?
Sorry.
This thing.
It's in the binder, on live binder, but I'll print
It
copies.
is in the library? Okay. Mr. James, members of the board, 8.7 is a request for the approval of the summer administrative retreat for our administrators. Each year, we provide intensive, multi-day professional development for our administrators. What you have in your line binder is an outline of, this year's retreat. We are requesting, approval from the board, to host our 2023 administrative retreat. We will be traveling to Jackson, Mississippi, to the Jackson State R&D Center. The expenses will be hotel accommodations for our administrators and travel.
I don't have a paper.
Administrative retreat.
How many people is this?
There are approximately 30 administrators who will be participating.
You don't have a price?
I do not have, my ballpark figure is about $20,000. Again, that's hotel accommodations and travel. We do not have to pay for the use of the facility.
They will be traveling their own personal vehicles.
We're going to provide district travel, district vehicles. If they choose to travel outside of those, then they will incur the expense on their own.
Okay.
You, Mr. Bird, you paying attention to your job?
I'm taking notes.
And the funding source is federal programs because it is professional development.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds good.
But we got to pay first, or did
We gotta pay first though, yeah.
But anyway,
At
go.
least we're
Well,
gonna
Mr.
come
Bird,
back.
don't
It's
talk
coming
about
back.
the man,
Okay.
Yeah.
Get 'em.
we know who you are, you with that mask on.
I move that, we approve the administrative retreat.
It's been moved and seconded, all in favor, and passes 5-0. That's 8.7. For the rest of, you need to put an 8.8 there. Board retreat.
Yeah, we got the board
Retreat.
retreat. You talking about the conference?
We have our retreat
Oh, okay,
in June.
right,
We make them put it on the next. Where
right.
we going?
I don't know, Mr. James, where do you want to go?
We're going across town.
New York.
We'll go to Vidalia.
We went there last time. We didn't go out of town. New York, or something.
Oh.
We went out of town.
No.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, I'll bring this up later when, you know, we have, and it's not on the agenda, but we have the scheduled year-end, convocation that we need to probably officially make part of the record.
Yeah,
June 5th, which is,
you can announce it.
right, well, actually, I guess when we get to meet,
Okay, well, yeah.
we'll just do it and
All right,
have the board to take its action.
all right. Okay, let's go to 9.1.
9.1, Mr. James, members of the board, is the 30-day review of policies. As you know, we are rounding out the school year, and so we are going to review the last section of policies dealing with our students.
Oh, okay, that's it?
Let me go ahead to 9.2.
Yeah.
30-day review of the 2023-2024 handbooks. Those handbooks are the employee handbook, the band constitution, and the bus handbooks. Again, those are for 30 days.
Okay. I do. Okay. 9.3.
9.3 is the federal programs update, and that information is provided in your line binder. Please excuse Mrs. Thomas's absence, and please keep her and her family in your prayers.
Shit, somebody bad.
She has a family situation.
9.4, board calendar, any changes, anything need to be?
I don't know, I'm not looking at the calendar, do they have our year-end convocation on the calendar?
No, but we just not decided it,
Right,
so it
okay.
need to be put on.
Okay, well, we could do it when I make the motion. Right.
Superintendent up there?
I don't have anything from Mr. Fletcher. I know that we are in the process of finalizing plans for baccalaureate services, graduation services, transition, and I think you all have you received invitations?
That's next Sunday.
This, baccalaureate is May
28th.
That's next Sunday.
And so Mrs. Davis will make certain that you have your invitations, for those events.
Okay. School board report, Dr. Ross.
I would like to congratulate all the teachers that, had growth in their classroom. The teachers are the heartbeat of this district. And without teachers, we really cannot do anything. So, and on behalf of saying all of that, please stay safe. Thank you.
Mr. Ritter.
Yes, I'd like to offer a motion. We have scheduled a convocation, year-end convocation for all the employees of the school district, more particularly the teachers, on June 5th. And the board has agreed to do that. And I'd like to offer a motion that we would do that and for normal allowable expenses, to have that particular convocation and to have, add that to the calendar of June 5th. So,
Okay, been moved and second, all in favor? It passes 5-0.
when that's starting at 2:30 for the educators.
And where?
At the convention center.
They-
Don't take no person today.
Gonna do what?
That's
Don't
also, I
take no
believe,
person today, be there.
the teacher's last day,
Yeah, take them today.
so don't leave work early.
Yeah. Might begin with some checks. All right. Dr.
I just want to concur with what Brenda said about our teachers. We know and so proud of the work that our teachers do every single day. I had the pleasure of visiting the schools and just walking around and seeing and sitting in classes and watching teachers work. I know how hard their job is, keeping those kids motivated, and I'm just always impressed, and certainly impressed with the results, and that's to congratulate everybody in the district for that. Thank you.
Okay.
I was waiting on the compliment. Not only are our teachers important, but our students are foremost. I go down the whole body. Without the students, we wouldn't have the teachers. Without the teachers, we wouldn't have the principals. Without the principals, we wouldn't have administration. So I want to thank each and every last one of you all. And of course, without the truancy officer, we wouldn't have anybody in school. So I just want to thank, I want to thank everybody for, keeping it real, and of course, our PR person, Tony Field, for making life easy.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
We had to put that out there.
I need that.
Thank you all for coming out to the meeting and supporting us, supporting yourself, and also Ms. Jones coming from Clayton County School Board. I just thank you all. And you all have a great day. Is that it?
I'll have a motion, we go into close determination, close determination.
Second.
Moving second, all in favor?
Aye.
Passes 5-0, and close determination.
I'll have a motion, we go into executive session to discuss,